Hi crafters, Karen here from Karen's Crafting Company, and in today's video it's all about the Oh So Inspired collaboration. And for the month of April, we were inspired by Leslie Miller. You can check out her blog in the description box below and get a little bit more on who she is and what kinds of things she creates. Now, before I go into my project share with you, I wanted to remind you that you can click on the hashtag that you see in the title and it'll take you to the collaborators' videos and you can see how they were inspired by the same piece. Also, if the hashtag does not work, we do have a playlist in the description box that you can also check out, and that will take you to all the collaborators' videos, and you will be sure to see all of the videos if that hashtag does not work. Now, before I get into my project, up on screen you see the inspiration piece by Leslie, and behind all those flowers she has some lace on her card. Now, what inspired her with this card was lace and lavender. Now, I'm not a lacy kind of girl. I do not use any kind of lace in my crafting at all whatsoever. But when I first saw this inspiration piece, what inspired me actually was the lace in a way of using doilies. I have a bunch of doilies in my stash. They're paper doilies, but nonetheless, I still have them, and that was the first thing I thought of. I was also inspired by those pretty flowers that you'll see, and you'll see how I went ahead and used my paper flowers that I have in my stash. So here I'm sharing with you the gold piece of a doily that I have. The ones that I used were all white. And in conjunction with that, I also used some of these sentiments that you see here, and these are actually a set from Tailored Expressions, and I used this in the virtual Stamp Joy that was held in March. This was something that we needed to have for one of the classes that we took part in. And basically it's one stamp and you get a variety of sentiments. You stamp it out and then it comes with a separate die that you would lay on top, and it cuts all those out individually. And along with that, I also brought in this pattern paper. It doesn't have lace on it necessarily, but it does have some fabric on there. And I thought, well, I'm sure I can use this somehow, some way. Let me figure out a way to use that piece. So here we have that pattern paper, the sentiment pieces, and the doily, and then you'll see the flowers in just a minute. So my first card here, using that pattern paper, I cut that down to a 4 by 5 1/4, and I placed that on my card base. Then you see the white doily that I mentioned, and I put my birthday wishes sentiments from that stamp collection that I just shared with you, and those yellow flowers are the paper flowers that I used from my stash. And I also used my Spellbinders potpourri floral die set that I have, and to put those leaves in behind the flowers. And then in the center of those flowers, I used my button Sizzix die cut, and I layered the middle portion of the flowers just for some added dimension. And now here are the rest of the cards that I used using the paper flowers and the white doilies. Now, when I went into my stash for my paper flowers, I had a lot of these black and white flowers, and I thought, oh, let's use these up. So I brought those in, and because they were black and white, I thought, well, let's keep the whole card that way. So I brought in some cardstock, and I pulled out my wood grain 3D embossing folder, and I embossed all the black cardstock using that wood grain folder to use as my card front. And then I just took my doily, I layered that on top, and then put the flowers over that, and then those sentiments were the perfect size to fit in the middle of each of these flowers. It was perfect, like it was meant to be. And, when I think of doilies and lace, I think of shabby chic. I think a little bit more like pristine, and then the wood grain kind of helped me kind of combine it with like a cottagey or a rustic kind of look. So you kind of get both of those looks with this card. And, it's elegant, it's very pretty. And I just love the way that these turned out, and I'm happy with that black and white combination. And again, I just love how those sentiments fit perfectly in the center of those flowers. Well, friends, this is my take on the inspiration piece by Leslie, and I hope that you will go ahead and check her out, check out her blog and the collaboration team on how they were inspired. And we hope that you will also play along. There is a hashtag in the description box that you can use so that we can see what you've created. Until my next video, friends, I hope your day is a crafty day. Thanks so much for watching, and we will see you again real soon. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.